Hey guys, so I wanted to do a review and comparison kind of a book, and it's The Help, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of, and it's by Catherine Stockett. And I want to compare it to the movie because the movie is just so famous, mostly around the Academy Awards. It won Academy Awards and was nominated, I think, for Best Picture, so it just it got really famous. And so the three main characters of the book are Skeeter, Aibileen, and Minnie. And Aibileen and Minnie are housemaids, and Skeeter is basically writing a book about the housemaids in Mississippi in the 1960s, which is around civil rights era. So it kind of parallels that, and it's kind of her own version of civil rights because she basically says stuff in the book that no one really talks about, like how the housemaids are the ones that basically raise the children, and the mothers are kind of, they just, you know, throw them to the housemaids, and the kids, some of the kids basically, you know, the housemaids are kind of like their mothers. They raise them. So there's a lot of realness to the book. I mean, this happened. I feel like it's easy to get lost in a book, and this is a work of fiction, but the author did kind of mention that it was based on her experience, so this did happen, which is kind of really eerie to think about because some of this stuff is just, some of it is just heartbreaking. I mean, like a little girl, you know, not even being cared for by her own mother and just thrown to like the maid to be raised. There's just a lot that is heartbreaking, and it's just, it's very real. And you know, to read this, you do have to keep in mind that it's not just made up. I mean, it is kind of made up, the characters, but this did happen. So that part of the book is very strong. If you're thinking about doing both in terms of watching the movie and reading the book, I would watch the movie first and then read the book, because I feel like the movie will give you a better appreciation of the book. Not to say that the movie is bad. I think as a movie it's good. I mean, this is 450 pages, so to make a movie of that, I mean, it would be forever. Like, it would be hours and hours. So they did cut some stuff out. I feel like they glided over a lot of things, like scenes that were really important in the book. They just skipped it over. Like, I feel like it was just the surface part of the book. That was the movie, and then when you read the book, it just gets so much deeper into the story and the characters. One thing that kind of bugged me about the movie was that there was one detail that they kept from you in the book, and they didn't reveal it until the very end, which I felt like they revealed it when Skeeter was ready to really learn about it, and it's what happened to her own housemaid that basically raised her. And in the movie, she already knows what happens, and her mother, basically her mother kept it a secret from her. But in the movie, it's a little bit more of like a Hollywood, you know, happy ending kind of. She apologizes, and Skeeter forgives her and all of that. In the book, it's not that easy, and I don't know, I feel like in the book it's something that they really, you know, kept from you, and the book was leading up to that, but then it was really powerful when it was revealed instead of just glided over. I don't know. I do think that both of them are really good in, you know, separately, but together the book is so much better. So if you are looking into reading this book, I definitely recommend it. And I wouldn't say it's a fast read. I mean, it's 450 pages, but it's an easy read, and you really get into it. It's, I don't know, like, I didn't want this book to end, and it was 450 pages, so that definitely tells you something about the book when it's that long and you don't want it to end. Regarding the end, I feel like it was really rushed. Like, I feel like when, like, the last 3 pages basically, you know, finish up the book, which, you know, they didn't lead up to the end really, which I guess they did. I guess they did lead up to the end, but it happened so quickly, and it was kind of like shocking and really quick that I feel like it was rushed. One thing, like, even about the book, I feel like it was really rushed, and the only thing that didn't make it rushed in the movie was that I knew it was gonna happen. But I mean, I don't want to give spoilers, which is why I'm being kind of vague, but definitely recommend it. I think it's an amazing book. Like, if you don't want to read the book, I definitely recommend the movie, but I would recommend reading it because it's just so much deeper than the movie, and I don't know, I just really like this book. Yeah, so if you read it, please let me know your thoughts. I haven't heard really negative things about the book. I'm sure there are people that might have not liked it, but I tweeted about it on Twitter that I'm reading it and people loved it, so yeah. Definitely recommend the book. The movie, I would watch it before you read it. It's usually the case that the book is better, and I feel like it's the case here too. So yeah, so let me know what you guys thought of it, if you did read it, if you want to read it, and let me know if you will. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.